I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles, located at 204 East McGalley Road in Muncie and on eBay as well. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Alex from Plus 3 TCG, and I'm coming at y'all with an opening for the Lair of Darkness structure deck. It's got a lot of good reprints, along with all the other structure decks that come with reprints. But then we're also getting new cards like Lilith, the Darkest Diablos, the Arima card, Duke Shade, the Grinning Grey Virus, that's a pretty neat card, and you're going to get to see all of those in the opening. So let's crack right into this. As you can see, freshly sealed. Well, I don't know about freshly sealed, but it's still sealed. Now freshly opened. We got our beginner's guide, the rule book, the Lair of Darkness. Of course, we have our Duel Links thing in the back. Trying to advertise for that. I really wish we got the mats for these, like the OCG gets. How they get really cool stuff for their structure decks, but TCG never gets anything cool. It sure would be nice to get those, but that's neither here nor there. I guess beggars can't be choosers. So we'll deal with what we get. Alright, so we have Lilith. It's a pretty good starter card. Gets you stuff. You get to choose. You get to tribute a dark monster, reveal 3 normal traps from your deck, and your opponent randomly chooses one for you to set to your field, and then the rest are shuffled back into the deck. The great part about that is it is a quick effect. Then we have Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair. Pretty good card. It's their new boss monster. Arima, the Wicked Warden. This one's great. You can just discard this to add a Lair of Darkness, and then you can also tribute a dark monster and draw 1 card. But if you tribute a card that's other than this, you can add a dark monster with 2,000 defense or more. I guess this is kind of cool. Lair of Darkness, this is the one. This is the annoying card. All face-up monsters in the field become dark, and then once per turn, if you attribute a monster you control to activate a card effect, you can tribute 1 dark monster your opponent controls, which is nuts. And then it'll, like the fact that you get to summon tokens for every monster tributed that turn is pretty awesome. Grinning Grey Virus. This one's pretty cool. I really like the artwork. The little like chibi face. But with this effect, you get to tribute 1 dark monster with 3,000 or less attack. Your opponent destroys 1 card of their choice in their hand or deck for every 500 attack that monster had on the field. If you tributed a monster with 2,000 or more attack, to activate this card, look at all cards your opponent draws until the end of the 3rd turn after this card's activation, and destroy all monsters among them. That is great. Cards destroyed and sent to the graveyard by this card's effect cannot activate their own effects that same turn. I feel like that is what was missing from before, because all of those virus cards are kind of old, so they're not thinking about cards that float. For example, if you were to play BA and use a virus card, well, you pretty much just help them out because they all float. They all do stuff when they hit the grave. Therefore, this can help you mitigate on that. Then we have Duke Shade, the Sinister Shadow Lord. This one's pretty cool because you can tribute a number of dark monsters and then special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, it gains 500 attack for each monster you tributed. It's pretty cool. It's a free special summon, but you have to have monsters already committed to the board. Diablos, King of the Abyss. Everything else is pretty much just a reprint for the most part. Leak Lord, or Lick Lord, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Prometheus, King of the Shadows. Archfiend Emperor, First Lord of Horror. Really cool reprint. Caius, the Mega Monarch. Gotta love that spicy common. But this is very neat to see this. For all you Monarch players, now you have an even less expensive Caius, the Mega Monarch to get. Legendary Mazu Garzet. Vandy's Fiend, this has had plenty of reprints. Mist Archfiend. Infernal Dragon, kind of a neat card that you can normal summon and play it as like an offensive card. Archfiend Cavalry. Stygian Street Patrol, I feel like this is pretty good for the deck. Phantom of Chaos. Well, I should probably go into why this card is good. So you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one fiend monster with 2,000 or less attack from your hand. That's why I think this card is good. It has good flow, and the fact that most of the cards you'll be playing, if you're playing like the budget version, most of the cards you'll be playing are easily summoned from this. Phantom of Chaos, I guess you can play it if you'd like. I don't think it's worth it. Plague Wolf. Fiendish Rhino Warrior, cool reprint I guess, even though I already had a couple. Curry Bandit, Tour Guide, pretty good to get out. Lilith, but Lilith will be negated, so I mean it's probably not the best card to be playing. Absolute King Blackjack, or Backjack I should say, and Reeling Karibo to round off the monsters. We have Recurring Nightmare. Cool reprint. It allows you to add pretty much just allows you to add the stuff that you need back, like your Lilith or your Rima. Usually those two cards. Great reprint. Allure. All your deck is darks. Besides, well, in this deck is I guess besides Fiendish Rhino Warrior. So this card just gains you a lot of advantage. So does Hand Destruction. Even though it lets your opponent draw 2 cards, so this is less than ideal, but it helps you plus because you can get your Diablos in the grave. And then this is a really cool reprint. Foolish Burial Goods. Send one spell trap from your deck to the grave. And then it goes well in unison with Boogie Trap. All you gotta do is discard 2 cards and target 1 trap in your graveyard, set that target, and the greatest part is it can be activated that turn. So if you have like Boogie Trap, I mean, you're pretty much wasting your whole hand. But if you have Boogie Trap, a trap, or not Boogie Trap, Foolish Burial Goods, and like a Lilith or something, you're good to go. Fires of Doomsday, just a tribute, or not tribute, token fodder, kind of like a scapegoat. And then Veil of Darkness. Draw a card, kind of risky in my opinion. You have to discard the stuff. And I guess it's good for Diablos, and that's pretty much all it's used for. But if you're waiting for Diablos to draw it, I feel like you're playing the deck wrong. You probably should be just trying to search it instead of trying to pitch it with this card. On to the traps. Crush Card Virus. No need for explanation on these ones. For the most part, everyone should know what these do. Crush Card Virus, Deck Dev Virus, Eradicator Epidemic Virus. This card is probably the one you'll be playing the most of, or you'll be playing, along with Full Force Virus, and potentially the new one as well. The new one's cool, but I just feel like these ones might be a little bit better. I still feel like you should play the Grinning Grave Virus, but these have a lot of utility. So does that one though, I guess, because it's just destroying generic monsters. Dark Light, probably not using this as much. The rest of the traps, probably not using as much. Trap of Darkness. Mind Crush, you are probably using though, just because you have free knowledge anyways with your traps. So whatever you don't discard, you can just, or whatever you don't destroy with the viruses, you can just get rid of with Mind Crush. Rise to Full Heights, a pretty, I guess, cool, kind of sacky card. Just for the trolls, really. Just use this in the grave. Curse of Darkness, not as relevant, and Sinister Yoshiro, also not as relevant, but I guess if you draw into this and you draw into your Diablos or any of your other big monsters, you can just normal summon them without tributing, which I guess is alright. And then we have our Torment Token. So yeah, that is the opening. So now you can, I guess, see what the cards look like. Let me know what you think of the deck down in the comment section below, if you think this is going to be relevant or not. I personally think it's going to have a place in Rogue, probably, maybe not so much meta, but we shall see, y'all. This is Alex from +3 TCG, signing out.